Welcome back to Life on Promise View. And if you're new to the series, my wife and I trusted the call of the Lord and stepped out on faith to buy a 21-acre property in 2022. Now, there are many reasons as to why we bought it, which is what we showcase in this series, but our ultimate purpose is to show the goodness that the Lord offers while also glorifying his name in the process. In this video, we'll be taking a giant step forward in our juicing and garden business with the installation of a large garden fence. We definitely should have put one in right away, but we got too excited and got to work right out the gate when we first moved in, and that rushing caused us to run into two issues. First, we underestimated the weeds that we were dealing with. This is me walking down the pathway between some of my beds. I'm in the jungle here. But that's been a fairly simple problem to deal with so far, but still an ongoing process. But the second and biggest issue was that we underestimated the deer. For real, it does not make any sense how many deer are out here that we have to deal with. Hence why we underestimated them. We've never dealt with anything like this before. They ate about $1,000 worth of fruiting perennials last year and ate a bunch of our veggies as well. Now, it's pretty hard running a business that largely depends on growing a lot of your own produce when something keeps eating all of your produce. So getting some sufficient fencing put in became priority number one. We called up some fencing companies a few weeks ago, got a couple of quotes, chose the company we wanted to go with, and now we're just one step away from taking our juice and garden business to the next level. Family, and if you're new here, welcome. I'm Gerald, and this is Pinnacle Fence Co. We have been eagerly waiting for them to come hook us up.
Yeah, for a few weeks now. But really, we've been wanting to do this since we got here. We knew we needed a fence.
Yeah, them deer was tearing us up. The biggest challenge to getting this fence in today, though, is going to be this small little dip going back up to the garden. I think so anyway. It's been a little cold, it's been a little wet, and you can see here, but it dips low and it comes uphill. You can kind of see it gets muddy and stuff right here. This area collects water, so it gets really, really soft. And I have gotten stuck down here before. And they have a ton of weight on their trailers and on their truck, so it's not as wet as it was when I got stuck, but since they have so much more weight, it's, a likelihood that they will. So I'm gonna chat with them really quick and see what they think about it. All right, so I did talk with them and they agreed. So what they're doing is unloading all the equipment and stuff off of their trailers, and then they're just going to take stuff up piece by piece, one by one, and hopefully their trucks and trailers don't get stuck down there. It's still up in the air, but that's what he thinks will work. Worst case, we have to wait for another couple of weeks until it dries out a bit so they can get back up there. They also want a water source, so we haven't plugged in our super dumb long, this thing literally stretches from the house all the way back up to the garden. We have not tried it out at all this year, so I'm getting ready to do that now. Hopefully it's not still frozen and the water runs up there, so let's see. Let's go find out. Still got a little bit of bounce to me. It looks like the water made it, so let's see. We got action. All right. I didn't know if it was gonna work or what. Haha, still works. They also made it up with the equipment. I was a little nervous there, I'm not gonna lie. It's always little faith test after a little faith test after a little faith test. And the Lord has really, really, really developed and built my faith up over these past few years. You know, in James 1, it says, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations or tests, knowing that the trying of your faith will work patience or endurance. And then that patience will work so that you're perfect and complete, and so that you will lack nothing. That perfect and entire there, meaning that you'll be whole, you'll be grown, you'll be mature. Your mental and your moral character will be developed. I knew that here. I didn't believe that here. But that scripture is alive and active. Because here I am on the other side of it, built up and developed. So if anything is not going your way or in the way that you believed that it would, don't get down, don't get negative. It is for your benefit. It is working on you until you become the type of person for whom that thing will work. The word is alive and active, y'all, for real. But I'm back at the house now. We'll check up on Christian and them, the fencing people, in a second. But it's my sister's birthday this week, so we're gonna have a little catfish fry and lasagna for her. That's what she wants. So Pops is here, and we finna do a little bit of catfishing again. Catch up with y'all in a minute. We're having lunch. Simone made some cookies.
Make cookies. You guys watch Becky Aker? Every time she has people working in the yard or whatever, she makes them cookies. So straight up a lot. Got my new boots on. Yeah, so Becky Aker, she always makes her, people that are working in her yard cookies. So made some cookies. They're still warm.
So for this day one, they got all of the posts in around the garden. Christian did stop us and talk to us and say that, our ground isn't level up here, which we already knew. So they just buried some of the posts a little bit deeper to make sure that they were a little more secure. So all of the posts aren't exactly the same height, but they're close enough. And, they did what they had to do to make sure this thing would work, which we're perfectly okay with. Now, when we came up here on day 2 and saw that all the posts were in, we were very, very hopeful that they would be able to finish this day. They actually thought that they would too. However, spoiler alert, they didn't. But they did make some very, very good progress, and it really started to take shape by the end of the day. So I think today they're going to be finishing, because all they really have left... Sorry, Bush. It'll be all right. All they have left to do is put the chain link on, obviously get the gates in, and the kickboard. So I think that's the easy part. I don't know. I'm not a fence specialist, so.
But the chain link is all like one, I don't know. Maybe not.
So far, everything's been running fairly smoothly.
Yeah, they look so good. Cannot wait. Long time coming.
So hopefully by the end of today, they get it all finished up.
Yeah.
Ugh, why did you run it like that?
I told you that side.
It wasn't a size, you were just hunched up.
Yeah. That's
Crinkling. This cat is a weirdo, y'all. Like always, we'll keep y'all updated.
Yep, it's time to go eat.
While they were up here working on the fence, I was also up doing some work in the garden, and they stopped me and said that they were going to have to make some slight adjustments to the 2x4 at the top of the fence that's running parallel to the ground. And what he told me was perfectly fine with me, probably because I was starting to get really, really excited at the way this thing was taking shape. One thing he did talk to me about that, is perfectly fine with me. Obviously, the fencing people, they like to have their things really straight, but our ground back here isn't level at all. And they could make these top posts level if they wanted to, but what that would do is for the bottom, it would lift the chain link up off of the ground. So, we're sacrificing a little bit of straightness at the top post for the sake of keeping the animals out, which, you know, that's priority number one. Looks, yes, they're great, but, you know, if it's not functional and it looks good, you know, it's just an expensive thing to look at. Really is all it is. May potentially stain it in the future. That'll be a big project to go around and stay all of these. Maybe, maybe not. We don't know yet, but either way, I'm liking the way it looks. These posts or these boards here are 6 feet high, and 6 feet is a little bit under what you want to go for a deer fence. But he said if we would have gone with like a 7 or 8 foot fence, then the chain link going top to bottom would be more custom and would get a lot more expensive. So what I wanted them to do is put in like some 8 foot tall posts. So we're gonna have some wiring up here run all the way around these top posts, and we're going to get it electrified, bringing the total height of the fence up to about 7.5 feet. So other than keeping the deer out too, this fence, personally being in here already, I like feeling enclosed in here. Like you feel safe in here, you feel protected, you feel guarded in a sense. There's really something about being in here that I can't quite explain at all. It's the spiritual thing. You know, it makes sense why more and more why God put Adam and Eve in a garden. So to have it up like this, we want to open it up for tours and everything for people to come out and see and experience it as well. Like that was a big factor in getting this thing put in. We really want you guys to be able to come in and experience the presence of the Lord, because he is welcome here. He is invited here. All of this has been made manifest by him just through us. The manifesting that the world talk about has nothing on this at all. It's a perversion of true faith. We didn't manifest any of this. The Lord did it through us because we believed on and had faith in his words. We didn't do anything super special or super unique that you can't do. This happened because we trusted in the Lord. That's it. You are witnessing his power at work, his will at work. And all our desire is to do the will of the one who called us in Christ's name. There's a verse, Psalm 37:4, delight yourself in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. That verse I've been taking a second look at recently. And the previous conception that I had about it was, you know, if I delight myself in the Lord, he'll give me all of the things that I want. Well, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because sometimes it's some stuff in my heart that I have no business wanting or desiring. So in taking a second look at it, I started seeing that he will give you the desires of your heart, as in he will plant in you the desires of your heart. Before this garden and everything, all this type of stuff got revealed to me, I had no desire of doing this. My mind was set on something completely different. This big desire didn't really come until I really wanted nothing else than for him, you know, to work on me and work with me and to show me and to lead me and to guide me. I'm just kind of in awe, sitting here watching it happen, watching this work and watching this vision, the results of my faith. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, declares the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a hope in the future and to prosper you. Go read Jeremiah 29:11 through 14. Yeah, pretty sure 11 through 14. It's a banger. Shoot, everything in here a banger. Seem real what?
Like, this makes it seem like, okay, we really doing something. Like, this is like our farm area. That's like our house. It's our house and play.
Yeah. We were always talking about having like you know, different experiences on the property. Like this section's for this, or you go over to this section, there's something else.
Yep.
This one is really like bringing it together.
Oh my gosh. I haven't been up here since yesterday.
Yeah, I got her so she could come feel the feeling I was telling y'all about.
Y'all, like,
You take this.
I am very excited. And also, one of the fence guys, they said that they suggested having a barn in the corner over there
For some horses.
and I'm like, yeah, because we talked about like what kind of animals we want. I would love to have like an alpaca. I would love to have chickens, horses, and a goat or alpaca. You know, so we'll see. One thing at a time, Lord. We can only handle so much. But this is so exciting. It smells like fresh wood. Love it. This big old garden.
Yeah. It's great, isn't it?
Oh my gosh. This is amazing.
So I've thought more of my words are coming together about like what I was trying to describe earlier about the feeling of being in here. Like one of the things I've been talking about a lot like the past couple months, like the Lord been showing me an understanding, like literally everything, like every single little thing, there's a spiritual aspect to all of it. And what I was feeling earlier was the spiritual aspect of a garden, right? Of a fence. Garden means fenced, protection, hedge, to defend, all of that. And like being in it, when it's actually built the way it's said a garden's supposed to be built, you feel all that in here. Like you feel it like a mug. So that's the feeling I was trying to describe.
That's good, Gerald.
And also Eden too, right? Eden means pleasure, pleasurable. So the Garden of Eden was literally God's protective place of pleasure. That is what he always intended on us having, always wanted to provide for us. A protective place of pleasure. That's what he offers. That's what everything is working back to. Everything. So that's about as far as they're going to get today. I'm going to come back later at the chain link. So they probably have 1 or 2 more days of work left. So we're going to go take a hike through our woods and we will see you tomorrow, maybe. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, actually. So if it does rain, they won't come and do any work. So we'll see you tomorrow, or
we'll see you the next time.
We'll see you in a second. How about that? We'll see y'all in a quick second.
Well, guys, it's been raining all day. So therefore, the fence people are not coming. I think they have like 1 more full day of work left to do. So hopefully tomorrow it'll all be completed and finished. But since it's been raining all day, we haven't been able to come outside. So we're on our way to the garden right now since the rain has passed for a little bit. But we did get these new boots from a company called High C. Shadow. Gerald got the camel boots and I got the women's shorter boots. We can link them down below. But these boots are meant to keep you 100% dry and warm. And we're going to put them to the ultimate test today because it's been raining all day. But we have worn them all week and we love them already. I had some boots before that I was wearing in the garden and in the mud. And they were like my good, stylish.
There was some nice like designer boots. The first day she got them, she was wearing them out up to the garden.
But that's because I didn't have any actual like work boots. So these are my designated work boots. When I put these on, I mean business. So.
All right.
Did you actually show you?
She got little ankle boots. I got the mid-calf boots here.
Let me give them a better view. They can barely see that.
I got the mid-calf boots like a mug.
Yeah.
They look weird without my cargo pants on.
I think they look fine. We're here to work.
They talk about how they keep your feet warm and dry. Ain't no wetness or anything. So we finna figure it out since it's been raining. We're gonna walk through the mud and when we get back, I'm gonna dang near walk in the water. I'm gonna walk in the water.
Remember? Actually, last year I got those boots from the Goodwill that I was in the water with. And
not the good boots she talking about.
Yeah, not the good boots. I had bought some $7 rain boots from the Goodwill. But these are like a combo of like rain boots and work boots. So best of both worlds.
The reason these came in clutch more than anything, aside from the other little benefits and whatnot, no laces.
No laces.
No laces at all. I never knew how big of a deal that was. I watched this guy, No Till Growers. Jesse at No Till Growers. It's a garden channel I like to watch a lot. And a couple months ago, look at us. See, this is the area I was telling y'all about before. The low spot where we get a bunch of water where I got stuck. Oh, we finna stand in it.
Oh.
Hey, we gonna put them to the test. You're doing well so far.
But this is the reality of going up to the garden after it rains. So,
yeah.
I mean, for real.
This is why they not here. They'll get stuck right down in there. Anyway, Jesse at No Till Growers, he said one of the most important things that you can have when working in your garden are some boots that don't have laces, that you don't have to tie up all the time. And I never thought about it until he said that. I thought back to my little hardscape construction job that I had when we were in Asheville, and then just working in gardens. When I got back home, my shoes come untied all the time. And every time they do, I get so frustrated because you got to stop everything that you're doing just to bend down and tie your shoes real quick. Like, it's such a minor inconvenience, but it adds up and it's so annoying too. So
Yep.
I noticed immediately how much I really was tying my shoes when they sent these.
Yeah.
So that's the part I'm most excited about, for real.
I'm just excited to have them.
There's also a lifetime warranty on these guys too, so that's neat.
If you guys do want 15% off, you can use discount code PromiseYouAcres.
What are you looking at?
I heard something.
We always hear it. It's always something. We have made it up to the garden. I guess it still looked like what it looked like for y'all yesterday, but they did drop off the chain link and everything. Yeah, they dropped it off yesterday, but this is looking really good. I love this black.
Yeah, I feel like this can't be it though. I feel like there's got to be some more loads coming tomorrow.
It might be coiled up good.
Maybe.
Yeah. And the more I look at the black too, I think I said it yesterday, but I don't remember, is how we're thinking like we might stain this at some point in the future. It'll be a big job, but potentially. But it would look good if this was stained with the black. It would look really good. Really good. Not entirely sure what this is, these long black rods, but they dropped off all the little hardware for the gates.
Nice black color. Love it.
I'm gonna go look at this stream. Listen to this. Nice and calming. Unfortunately, we don't have much else for y'all today. So the second it dry up enough and the fence people get back here and get back to work, obviously y'all see it. So
Yep.
y'all will see it in a second. Y'all lucky. Y'all get to see stuff real fast and quick. We gotta wait days.
Weeks. We've been waiting for weeks.
But yeah, we'll see y'all in a second. They are back, but they might be stuck in that spot over there. They didn't come back a couple days later. This is the day after it rained, so it's still pretty wet over there. So we finna go see if he's stuck for real or not. He was indeed for real stuck, and I thought that this was going to be a big setback, but he said he could just walk back and forth and get the tools that he needed to go ahead and finish up the project, and then when they got done, they would figure out how to get the truck out. So we'll cross this bridge when we get there. I just got back from work, hence the quick change of clothes. But yeah, we'll cross that when we get there, but we're going to see how they doing on the chain link. I'll be walking around looking crazy out here. Yeah, that is coming along nicely. I love that look of this black. So this here was day 3 of the project, and it was the final day. All they had left to do was to stretch the chain link across all of the panels and to get the gates set in all of the way. I thought that it turned out great when they got finished up. I believe it's going to achieve everything that we plan on it achieving. You know, we still have a couple of things to add to it, but before I could fully rest on thinking it was good, I had to go back, get Simone, and see what she thought first. Getting ready for Simone's first reaction.
Yep. The fence people have finished yesterday, but I have not had a chance to see it yet, so we're on our way. I'm excited. Morning, Marble! Yes, good morning! Good morning, Kat! How you doing?
Yeah, she don't care. What?
So now that the fence is done, I had the idea of doing something on the outside, and I was first thinking of like planting just flowers in the ground, but now I'm thinking, okay, it would look really nice if we had like some huge big like terracotta or concrete or even plastic pots, like big, think really big, and have them flanking the entire outside front wall. So like we would have one on every other post. So like when you come up here, you would see these nice flower arrangements in the pots. So maybe like 5 on each side of the fence, of the door. And that's definitely what we're gonna do, because I think it's gonna look good. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully I can find some on Facebook Marketplace, because I know those things can get expensive. I also think that we could put a sign on the fence. So like it could say Promise You Acres or Beyond Organic. Maybe something, both. Something on the door. So yeah, I think those few things will look really good. And then on the inside, come on in. The entire inside portion of the fence, I think we could put flowers.
You have to get all these weeds and stuff cleaned up still, all these grasses.
Yeah.
Still a work in progress, as you can see, but
yeah, this grass is crazy grass. But anyway, you guys saw when we cleaned out the garage that I had those zinnia seeds. So my mom said, she's the one who gave them to me. My mom said that she just kind of sprinkled them all about, and she had an abundance of zinnia. So I think we could do that, and they could be like our cut flowers, kind of. So an outdoor cut flower garden can go all around the fence. And I think that would be beautiful.
Can't wait to really show y'all what it's looking like once it's growing a bunch of stuff. Ooh, it's gonna look nice. See, still dull in there and a little bit of unkempt because all the tarps covering up everything. But yeah, once there's some greenery and some color in there, it's really gonna shine.
But we hope you enjoyed this video. We are so excited to have this new fence, and of course we'll take you along with the mini projects that will be going on up here too.
Yep.
So we'll see you next week. Bye.
Peace.